Didn't go eat and get some gum, and I ate like this crazy thing. So
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's amazing. Ready? 3, 2, okay. Arda Cal here at Cauliflower Alley backstage at the wrestling event on Monday night. Look who I found, the man to my right, former WWE superstar Kazarni, Sinn, bohdi. My goodness, it's been a while since I've seen you. How have you been?
How are you doing?
Good, man.
I've been awesome. I just got back from Tampa. Now I'm living back in Sin City, my city. Going back and forth from LA to Las Vegas, doing wrestling shows, tattoos, doing some horror movie stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Well, first of all, we got to talk about the getup. I mean, you're always one to be unique. You're going to get him from head to toe.
This is not blood. This is all Tim Hortons jelly donut guts. Yeah. That's what this is. I'm telling you.
In Vegas.
Timmy's.
Shocking.
Somebody would be a millionaire in a day if they brought a Timmy's to Vegas, but I digress.
Is that going to be your next business venture?
Maybe, just maybe. I know Edge actually used to tinker around with that idea back in the day.
To bring a Timmy's to Vegas?
Well, to bring a Timmy's into the States.
Well, I mean, it's so
Florida
addictive,
at the time.
right?
Yeah. I would laugh when we used to do tours out in the Maritimes, and we'd bring in some American guys, and they'd just get hooked on Timmy's. And I'd have guys call me up like, "Man, can you send me a can of Timmy's?" Like, yeah, you can't just go to Starbucks. It's not the same, man.
Well, it's also like 3 times the price.
Yeah, well, and
It's like almost this segment's being sponsored by Tim Hortons or something.
this message brought to you by the Warlord of Weird and Tim Hortons. I want my residual.
Back to you and your career.
Mail it to 666 parts unknown.
And it'll get there somehow. So, your career, you're doing some horror movies. Tell us about the horror movie.
I just was helping out with a really cool movie. It'll be out early next year. It's called Unlucky Charms. It was by Full Moon. Full Moon is like a horror place that's been around for years and years. They did Puppet Master, Killjoy, all sorts of really crazy horror movies. They've always got lots of cool blood and gut scenes, lots of sexy girls. I mean, you can't not like these movies. So I did a little fight scene this past summer for Killjoy 4, which was super fun. We filmed it in the boiler room where they filmed all the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. And then this time around, I mean, it was just all a bunch of whole midgets in monster costumes and half-naked girls like Masumi Max. I mean, how can you not have fun?
Wow. Sounds like a dream come true.
Boy, oh boy, my life is a dream.
So what percentage of your life right now is doing things like that?
666%.
Is horror movies.
666%
Is horror movies, yeah. 666%, very apropos number.
I want to do, I see, as a wrestler, I think, like, it's weird. Wrestling business always wants auxiliary people like actors, athletes, musicians to do cameos and stuff. And then the movie business and every other business, I think they want others, what they don't have, you know? So I think being a wrestler on a horror movie set or any movie set is a cool novelty to have, you know, oh, you can fall down the stairs and it's easy, or you can have a fight scene and you don't have to, like, squawk about it and be in your hair and makeup and getting, you know, bitching at ADs and PAs and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So, you know, I think. Hello.
That was
Nigel McGinnis,
just
everybody,
walking
who just
by.
cussed on camera. He's not as pure as you all think. Nigel is a dirty, dirty governor.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, it's I think wrestling and the circus sideshow stuff, like me doing all this, like all the circus strongman stuff, a little bit of geek magic plus the pro wrestling. People are like on the film crews are like, how'd you do? How can you know? So it's really a blessing in disguise. So being armed as a wrestler is really helping me in getting set in the film industry.
And I'm not one to dive too much into the personal life, but how's Stacy doing?
I wouldn't know. We just got divorced last month.
Whoa!
Way to go.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get beaten up now. This is what happens when you don't do your research. You see,
way to
this is
go,
what happens.
Arda O'Cal from Canada.
Oh man.
Filthy little Canadian.
God.
I'm Canadian. I can say that.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. It was really, really difficult for a while. That's why I kind of I snuck back to Tampa just to kind of regroup my emotional wits this summer. That's when it sort of hit me. It kind of hit me out of the blue. It was really, as goofy as it sounds, I mean, my marriage was a lot like my run as Kazarni. It was over before I even knew what happened. You know, I didn't know. Wasn't in control of any decision making. Just, I'm not married. What happened? And so it hit me pretty hard, and for the first time ever in my career, I just took a little hiatus, and I did a couple little shows here and there, really to help out friends. And this is one of the first shows back. I literally just moved back from Tampa last week. I did a Hood Slam up in the Oakland Bay Area. Awesome show. If you guys want something crazy, an auxiliary, something sort of wrestling meets Adult Swim, Hood Slam. I'll probably be doing some Chikara stuff, Territory League, and I'm happy to be here at the CAC and watching my buddy Jake get inducted, and that's going to be awesome.
This feels right to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
Thanks, man.
This feels right to do. We could have held it a little longer. Wouldn't have been awkward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is. See, and we're fine, and that's okay. One last question then.
And
So here you are.
I do wish Stacy well. I hope wherever she is, I hope she's great.
Good. So good.
You could edit that out.
We're gonna keep
just
it
joking,
in.
just joking.
So one last question then. Here you are, a wrestling show. I mean, obviously, it's still part of your life.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a huge part of your life, but where are you in that part of your career? For wrestling fans that are watching, they may say, "Well, I remember you as Kazarni. I remember you doing things in TNA, whatever." But
Actually,
where are you
we
now?
did for the first time in like 9 years, we did a New Church reunion at one of those one night only pay-per-views for TNA, which I thoroughly pissed off Brother Love backstage because I always go to the ring with some kind of psycho carnival weird stuff. And so the guy who booked me, who I will not say his name because I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but he said, "Hey, can you come and do the hardcore pay-per-view? We want you to do some crazy stuff." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do that." And, like drinking boiling water with thumbtacks, human dart boards, bending iron bars in my teeth, human firecracker, all this kind of stuff. She's like, "Yeah, that all sounds great." So I went there, walked around with a loaded firecracker tie full of explosives, walked out, not thinking anything. I mean, I'm walking in the back, for however long. We go to the ring, boom, I laid that off down the ramp, and we had a good match. I thought it was fun. I mean, we were the bad guys, but they chanted New Church the whole time when we were wrestling LAX. I'm thinking, all right, that's cool. Me and Wolfie, a.k.a. Slash, were looking at each other like, hey, they remember. That's pretty cool, So I'm thinking, all right, we walked in the back thinking, we did a pretty good job. And Brother Love was pissed. He's like, "Man, you almost blew up this room. You almost blew up this sound studio." And I'm like, "Dude, I've got zero incident ever." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, and it was really the first time ever where I wasn't like getting to a show and being just a happy little soldier, like, "Yes sir, no sir, yeah, blah, 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 blah." I went there, they called me. I was like, "You call me, motherfucker." But pardon that, you can edit that cuss word out, right? And so I just thought, hey man, we went out to do a good job. I didn't mean to piss off anybody. I went to, people lost their minds. So he was pissed, but whatever. What are they gonna not do? Book us for another 9 years? So it was fun. So we'll see what happens.
That's the 9-year reunion.
Yeah,
every
right.
9 years.
Every
you
year.
Go to
18 years later. Yeah, right. I'll be walking with my. All right.
It'll be like the Gilbert pyro this time with the sparklers.
Yeah, right. And so I'd done that same thing. Opening for with Jim Rose Circus. I'd done that exact same stunt. Opening for Guns N' Roses, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains. They didn't seem to mind. Their stage was a tad bigger than TNA, but
they didn't have Brother Love.
They didn't have Brother Love, so whatever. I like Brother Love, but he was pissed. I think he was just kind of scared that the suits from Universal were they were up in arms or whatever. And,
they don't have ties like that.
No, right?
So for people who want to get in touch with you, where do they find you?
You guys can totally
Was this the
find
go
me.
home? Was this the
yeah,
go home?
No,
Waving the tie,
dang
go home?
dong, dang dong. Everybody can find me on Twitter and Facebook. Sinn bohdi, SINNBODHI, all one word. And I always respond. I'm actually flattered. Like I thought people were always like, "Man, you're one of the only guys that actually responds to like just about everything I can get my hands on." And if I missed one, it's because I just accidentally missed it. And I always tell people, if I don't get you, send me another message back. And people are always like, "Man, you really respond. You actually give a crap." And I'm like, duh. Why wouldn't I? I get to see the world and jump around in silly costumes. Why wouldn't I? Why would I be too good not to talk to people? Especially if they want to talk to me. Why wouldn't I want to talk to them?
Yeah. Can we end the interview by showing what's on your hands? Actually,
Sure.
I just noticed that. What is that?
TCB in a flash, as the king always said.
Yeah.
I love life a lot. And Sin City, brother. Las Vegas. Booyah.
Perfect. That's what we're under like that, man.
Thank you, my
so
friend.
much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll see you around, I'm sure.